every day. In every way, I'm getting better and better to cooperate. That's what I used to have to say when I was in private school. And it always stuck with me. I mean, I was learning affirmations and incantations and all that stuff like in third and fourth grade. And it really stuck with me over the years, as well as excuses are lies. Those two things shape my life in so many different ways. But anyway, I say that because when I was walking on the trail and I was listening to my mentor's video, I was all of a sudden, my intuition said, every day in every way, I'm learning to expand and expand my container for abundance and blessings. So every day in every way, I'm getting better to expand and expand for my blessings or something similar to that nature. But now that is going to stick with me. It's going to stick with me to represent the new version or the better version or the growing version of I am. I'm always evolving. We're always evolving. Yes, we are. Unfortunately, or fortunately, whatever how you want to say it, because in this human body, we're evolving, but then out of this human body, we're all things and everything. We're back with spirit, so they say. No one truly knows, but we all believe or have faith in something. And so that's my belief. The drop of the ocean. I'm a drop with my own consciousness, my own beliefs and desires. But when I return, I get all the beliefs and desires of the collective consciousness. Sometimes when I'm thinking about that, I'm like, that's just way too much. Have you ever been overwhelmed by spirituality or religion or just understanding everything? Sometimes I get overwhelmed. And then other times I am just in awe because I know that 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 God or spirit or my divine love is real. I came from somewhere and I'm going back somewhere. So in the meantime, I'm just going to enjoy being in this body and doing what I can. But in this video, I just wanted to share that the things that we say every single day, the good morning, the hello, the phrases that we utilize without knowing are coming from our subconscious mind. And it's when we identify that our subconscious mind and the words that we're using may not be the best words for the situation to move out of, then that's when we start changing our mindset and our verbiage. As you guys know, I love reframing and I love affirmations, but somehow things just they sneak up on you. So when I got that every day in every way, I'm getting better and better, and then it changed because then I had to learn to cooperate. In other words, I needed to be obedient. And I've kept that with me for, you know, while I'm in my crown era. I've always believed I need to be obedient in the things that I do. I need to keep my word. Whatever I asked for or I wanted, I made sure that it was going to happen. I used all my energy to get it done. And I didn't really allow myself to receive a lot of things. I mean, lately I have. In the last few years, I have. But I definitely have been that person who said, okay, that's what I want, and then I go for it. One of the times that I knew that I could not do something that I could have done, but I needed to halt and wait, that spirit wanted me to do, is when I went to Australia. See, I was supposed to go for my 50th. I had the money. I could have gone. It was on my vision board. I had this moment. I was like, I want to go to Australia. I don't know why I want to go, but my heart just knew it wants to go because I'm like, where did this desire to go to Australia come from? It comes from divine love. I don't know where my desires go. I didn't know anybody there. So where did it come from? So it came from divine love. And I was like, I'm gonna go when I'm 50 because I'm gonna make it a landmark. I was just gonna go out there. I was gonna do a helicopter ride. I was gonna go to the where the coral reef was. I was gonna do all of that. And I put it on my dream board and my dream board. But you know what happened in 2020. So we're not gonna talk about that. So then I wind up going to Costa Rica and it changed part of my life. I mean, I got Reiki certified. I got another spiritual awakening, so to speak. I really got back into my goddess energy, if that's what you want to call it, understanding me as a more of a feminine energy versus just doing, doing, doing as a masculine energy. And that shifted me. Now, here we are, 2025, when I'm recording this video. You may be seeing this video at a different time. And I'm still like, I'm not as feminine as I think I am because I still want to have control over the things that I want to do. So this video is really like a chit chat video. I'm not really teaching anything, I don't think, per se, except for be willing to shift and change and listen to your intuition when spirit speaks. Now, going back, Australia. I was invited to go to Australia and I went. I had the money. I went, I had a wonderful time. I boohoo and cried. I released so much. I don't know what I left there, but I left a version of me that knew that when it was time to do something, God was going to make a way. When it was time for my spirit to understand and grow, then it was going to happen. Divine timing, as people call it. I was in sync. I was in righteousness. Maybe God didn't want me to go by myself because I was willing to do a solo travel. I have no problem going somewhere by myself. I mean, I went to Costa Rica by myself, but I was with a group of spiritual people that I that one person that I knew. But even though, because it was her retreat, I digress. There I go again. But nonetheless, everything worked out in divine timing. So every day in every way, I'm getting better and better at expanding my container. I'm growing in understanding. I'm doing better at being grateful. My friends or my close people or in my proximity know that I'm not been a big fan of that word. Maybe because people use it so much. I've always been thankful for what I have and what I do and where and who I am. But I think my thankfulness is more in my masculine energy and my gratefulness is more in my feminine energy. I can't say one or the other. But I'm thankful for everything that I have, maybe because I'm the one who was at an effort for it. And I am grateful that else invited me to Australia and then I just jumped. I jumped at the opportunity. So I was grateful that I had all the money. I had all a great time. I enjoyed doing what I did there. I had a blast. I ate well. I spoke well. I saw things that shifted and changed me. I brought some things home from Australia and it was just wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. I do want to go to New Zealand though. That was on my vision board. But also, I kept that on my vision board for a couple of months. And just recently, I believe it was last month, Spirit told me to take it off because it was no longer a goal. It was no longer a vision. It had been manifested. And I kept it up there because I said, oh, I'm going to go back. But then, no, Spirit said, take it down. So right now, I don't really have anything on there. I don't really have a lot of wants or desires. I try to sometimes have a lot of desires, but I think sometimes I'm supposed to create my desires, and I'm learning now that I can't create my desires. My desires have to be swoosh, they have to come to me. My desires are come from my heart space, not from my mind space, not from a space of I want or I wish or I think I need. Those aren't desires. True desires just flow in you and you have to say yes to them. You have to say, yeah, yeah, I deserve that. Yes, I will love that. And I will like more of that and more of that and more of that. Those are the true desires of your heart. At least that's what I am understanding in this human form right now. So I'm going to refocus and rethink about desires. Because I know I want to be monetized, but is that a desire in my heart? I think it would be. But I think more of a desire in my heart is for me to just to connect with you guys. And being monetized will just be a byproduct of that. So my true desires of my heart is to connect with my crown girls, my crown era, you know, peeps. That's my true desires of my heart. Hey, I love that. That is the true desire of my heart. We're doing YouTube videos. So yeah, this is really like a crown era chit chat, telling you a little bit about me, reflecting on my life, reflecting on the things and my lessons, coaching myself through this process with you, because that's what I can do. It's my prerogative, and I do what I want to do. That's in my head right now. Lord have mercy. Today was a good day. The other day was like, a hot mess. But then the day before that was like, I had a very good high, then I had a crazy low, and now I'm back to neutral. Now I'm back to neutral. I lived in neutral for a long time. I still believe neutral is like good, but sometimes I want to be above neutral. But it seems like when I get above neutral, I get below neutral. So I just have to stay in neutral. Is neutral part of manifesting? Some people believe it is. Some people believe you have to be totally always in high vibration. Eh, I think whatever you believe is what believes and what happens for you 99% of the time because your faith is everything. How we look at things manifests and what we believe and how we look at things change. And the things that change is the way we look at them. Yeah. Who said that? What's his name? I forgot his name. He's bald headed. He's passed already. Mm. But Wayne Dyer. Thank you, Spirit. He said something to that effect. Wayne Dyer. When you look at the things change when you look at them or the change, something like that. Y'all know, put the quote in the comments. So anyway, I'm gone. I'm out of here. Have a good night. My mentor wanted me to do 100 videos and I'm going to do them. So I'm not going to stop. This is Coach Hunt. I love you so much. I have your greatest interest at heart. And remember, I will be bringing in a group of us crown women, and I'm going to have us come together all for 2026. We're going to do the discovery letter and we're going to manifest throughout the year and we're going to support each other and encourage each other and be each other's cheerleaders and support systems. And if you're willing and want to be a part of that, stay tuned. Go ahead and subscribe, like this video, and send it to one of your homegirls. Send it one to Generation X. Send it to one of those latchkey kids like me. And we will come together and live the best life we possibly can. And we're going to live it on fire. And we're going to be hot with it. All right, you guys. I love you so much. Bye.